everyone, and welcome back to our adventures here with Silver Song and Shattered Pines, who are currently actually doing really well, even though we do happen to be on the faint edge of the Cottonwood Creek Pack's territory. But these two have become pretty close. We still could definitely bond a little closer, and I'm still a little bit worried about the fact that Shattered Pines does happen to be a little bit weaker of a wolf. He's still very fast. He's the same age as us, which means that he might stick around for a little bit longer than some of the older wolves. And he's super friendly, and he's also super ready to go ahead and, oh my gosh. Okay, he's got the zoomies, and those are some bison, so we don't want to like zoom into the bison. But I think that Silver Song and Shattered both really like the look of this area that we have found here on the edge of the Hellroaring mountain map, which we still have yet to really explore with any of our wolf packs, since there have been some hiccups in our Wolf Quest adventures. I apologize for it being so long since our last one. Let's just say that Christmas with our guinea pigs got chaotic for their first year, and hopefully I can share pictures of them absolutely demolishing their stockings fairly soon, because it was precious. But we'll return to those adorable thoughts later when I don't have to think about my guinea pigs while we're hunting rabbits. No thank you. And let's head along the edge of the Cottonwood Creek area, hopefully avoiding some of the wolves, probably, that happen to be in the area, while we do a little exploring. The moose that was trotting about over here before seems to have left, and now the bison have emerged instead. And the one downside about possibly taking over some of this zone and this territory, which I do believe that both... Oh, there's a deer over there. Oh, and there's a lucky rabbit's foot. We don't really need to hunt something as big as a deer. And I saw it, but I didn't scent it yet, which is unusual. So I think that our scent is going to be carrying over to it before we can really get over there. But the one downside of the fact that the wolves really prefer this area that tends to have a lot more forest to our right or to our left, and they really like these creeks over the open marshes that we had been in before, is that we actually don't know. And let's see if we can give these guys just a little hunt, just to kind of see where they happen to run off to. Oh, we're actually not doing too bad on catching up to them. I say, as we totally don't catch up to them. But the wolves are the long distance runners. This is what we're made for. Except probably not when they're perfectly healthy deer. However, doing a good hunt with Shattered would be a great way to be able to get our energy, or excuse me, get our affinity up together. And it is a very fun way for these two to be able to explore the snow-covered sides of the mountains as we look for the other important element that we would need to find if we did decide that Shattered might make a good mate, and we would like to actually go ahead and settle down in this kind of area. Oh, is this... Well, we got a lucky rabbit's foot instead of actually being able to go ahead. We'll let Shattered have this. And find the deer. Somehow I managed to go ahead and lose them, but that's alright. Because right now, even though we are indeed on an Iron Wolf play, so we will want to be very careful not to put these two in too much danger, which means hopefully eyeing up the edge of this cliffside rather carefully. The other thing we're really going to need to look for, and we might have to rest and wait for the wind to change to get the best chance of... Oh, there's the deer again. The best chance of finding it are den sites, because right now I think that Silver and Shattered seem to be bonding fairly well. Not a super strong bond now that we've already gone ahead and helped him heal up so he's no longer on the edge of death, which is great to see. But it's not quite the tight, close bond that I'm really hoping we can see between the beginning of the Fallen Star pack, or the Starfall pack, I should say. But I really love the idea of just like a meteor, maybe. Ooh, actually, wouldn't that be very fitting? If there was like a shooting star we could see now and then, I would take that as a good sign of luck. But on the other hand, perhaps it's a really great sign that Shattered hasn't just immediately thrown himself even more at our feet as a potential mate, though I think that as kind of like a mate evaluation, getting fed by us was not something that he was going to turn down. Also, oh, that is a fawn. Okay, we want to be careful because we don't want either of these two too attacked by the mom, but if we can distract the mom. Oh, and again, having to attack the offspring while the mom fights is a little bit hard and something that, oh dear. Okay, now we have a bruised jaw. Dang it. So it's a little hard for a lot of reasons. All right, hang in there, hang in there. But once you start, oh wow, there's a whole, wait, did we just turn around? Okay, it's not a whole nother river. I think we just got turned around. Okay, watch out. Watch out, watch out. Okay. Really, we're not doing too terribly though. Okay, watch out. And it is just going to be like a whirling whirlwind, not a whirling whirlwind, a whirling storm, how about that, of hooves. I'm just grateful that she doesn't have antlers like the bucks do. Oh, and the mule deer fawn is almost, sorry, little one. I don't think Silver will have been like one to get too sad about this per se in the past, but I think it is, and he's happy because like now we've got more food and this isn't claimed territory, so I feel like it's a good time to go ahead and do a little bit of howling to see if we can solidify our bond. And also, there we go, to kind of note down where we have our food. And to be honest, maybe get an idea of where some of the other wolves are so that we can try to kind of defend this zone. This is a nice spot. It does lack, there's a moose in the distance that is a little bit concerning. And then the Mill Creek pack wolves are a little close by. But if we can find a den site, and it looks like there's a few trees that might help us triangulate, at least during the winter, that are quite orange. Everything else is just the pines. That's one of the things I remember the most from actually visiting Yellowstone with my beloved husband and so many of our friends. I was stunned at how the plants were such a monoculture. There was just the same species repeated over and over and over again, at least in my eyes, because I have lived in North Carolina now for quite some time and have benefited so much from the much older, more established ecosystems here, the much older, more established mountains. The Appalachian Mountains happen to be, and let's go ahead and let's give him a little lick just to clean up after that hunt. And now they've gone through 2 successful hunts together, and he's rolling down, just rolling around on his stomach, so we'll do a little playful. Because I think he might like being pretty playful, but also kind of submissive. So I wonder what happened with Shattered's background, like what his life was like, because it doesn't seem like he has a lot of confidence, but he does have quite a bit of speed, and that really was playing off well. Somebody's come to steal some of our food, but I think we're okay. Yeah, Shattered seems to be okay. All right, let's see if we can maybe leave the remains of this kill, because that fawn did not go very far between 2 wolves. And let's head more towards the forest and down here by the river edge to see if we smell anything interesting. I'm really looking for a den. And again, we aren't quite bonding with him as fast as I thought we would, but I think that's gonna be okay. There's a nice spot down here to just kind of like look at everything that's by the river. And there's some female wolves. Oh, he's tired too. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll have a little sleep. But in North Carolina, the Appalachian Mountain Range, which is one of the oldest, the most worn down mountain ranges in the continental United States, happens to have lots and lots of diversity. Even with the heavy logging and experienced in the past couple centuries, there are so many different plant species. There are so many different tree species. Not nearly as many as there were back when the passenger pigeon and back before the heavy logging happened. And before the passenger pigeon was taken out, because they actually were very important for spreading seeds, but we'll talk more about that later. And when I went to Yellowstone, the thing about Yellowstone, and we'll go ahead and roll around too, just to say these two woke up and started playing. Oh, look at the bald eagle hunt in the water. Oh, that's so cool. And there's one of the rabbits running for dear life. All right, let's carry on. What else can we find? Whoa, and there's that said bald eagle possibly having a little bit of a fit because I think it missed either the fish or the rabbits. And the bald eagles are normally pescatarians who eat fish. Almost, I think literally over half the time, if not 70% of the time they eat fish, they steal it from others. They steal the fish from other, like, osprey, other birds of prey who hunt the fish. They go ahead and just grab it from them. I don't think they steal it from herons, like blue herons, who are another fish-eating species of bird that are around the North American waterways in abundance. But I wouldn't be surprised. Also, oh, shattered. Wow, I'm just kind of surprised that we haven't... You know what? Maybe we need to show him we're serious about wanting to go ahead and potentially start a family by finding those dens. Yes, we'll look for that. But I'm actually going to need to find that out. And if you guys happen to know, please let me know, because my husband and I love bird watching. And the bald eagles are one of the most interesting species in behavior that you can watch along the waterways of North America because of how the other bird species react to them and because of how aggressive they are about chasing down the osprey or other bald eagles and stealing the fish from them. I have seen many different osprey have their fish taken from them at the local lake that my husband and I love to kayak at. Oh, I don't recall seeing any bald eagles at Yellowstone, but considering the fact we spent a lot of our time looking at the thermal vents, I would hope I wouldn't see any bald eagles. But all right, with that in mind, the reason that Yellowstone had such a monoculture, which means similar types of plants over and over again, is because that Yellowstone does have that geothermal activity that has resulted in a lot of eruptions that have given it that rich volcanic soil, but have also taken away the opportunity for a lot of plant species to have uninterrupted time where it's not buried under, you know, volcanic ash and lava to go ahead and evolve and take root. Who's that? That's not Shattered. Where is Shattered? Wait a second, where is Shattered? Oh, there you are. Oh, he was checking that out too. Maybe we should let him know this might be our territory. I wonder if he's interested in that. Oh, he is! That's so cool. So he actually... How to activate a rally and boost stamina for a while. I've never done a little pack rally together. Oh, that's so cool! Oh, that's so cool! So they're all excited about life together. Well, let's do a little exploring then and see what we find. But yes, that's why Yellowstone has not as much diversity of plant species. One of the reasons is the climate, but one of the other reasons is the fact that it just hasn't had as much time uninterrupted from, you know, everything kind of exploding and being buried in just absolute layers of ash. Let's go this way, away from the bison, to go and get lots and lots of different types of plants evolving in those spots. Whoa, okay, this is not what we planned on doing. But that's okay. As long as we don't keep falling just straight off the cliff. I was kind of hoping there was a nice convenient den under that big giant boulder. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think we need to raise any kind of wolf pups we have on a vertical slope. But maybe down here. I could see these two really enjoying a den overlooking some of the water. As long, oh, here we go. Okay, this is, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, Silver. So I think Silver's learning she's not a mountain goat. And we do want to be careful because these rocky ledges actually would be fantastic for the mountain lions to be all comfy on. What do we have here? Was that just a coyote getting washed away? Yes, it was just a coyote getting washed away by the river. Well, you see something new every day, I suppose. And still no den sites, unfortunately. Alright, Shattered, what do you think? Maybe we'll keep moving. This is where realizing that we don't have the benefit of knowledge that an established pack who has been in the area would really, really thrive from. Knowing where the different den sites are, knowing where the different locations, the valleys that tend to be the most lush and tend to have the different ungulate species pop in most often. Some of the male dispersal wolves from the Hayden pack. I don't believe we've met them yet. And at the moment, I don't think we're in the mood to. Our affinity is still really struggling with Shattered too, so maybe we can grab him a snack. Let's see, 5 minutes ago? If we can beat out any coyote that might have spotted this little hare. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Doesn't bode well if the hare just suddenly disappeared. Oh wait, there it is. All right, we'll go ahead and share this with Shattered, and then we'll carry on our exploring. Look how big this world is. Wow. We've probably run past several den sites, but the fact that they're so well hidden is definitely a good sign. All right, you ready, Shattered? This is just nice and peaceful. I hope these two enjoy it while they can. Is this another, oh, another lucky rabbit's foot. Oh, and this looks suspicious. Is this just a... Alright, it was just a suspicious patch with a nice rock. I think that these two are starting to think a little bit more about a potential den site, but not having one on a vertical cliff, probably important. And to be fair, although we ran into the mule deer and the fawn, it's been a little tricky to find other sources where there seems to be reliable food, especially... Ooh, okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Again, possibly, just maybe, I could be imagining this, not the best place to go ahead and raise our wolf pups. However, we have a great view of the lake that does have a den that we know about, and I wonder if we might be thinking that that might be the spot to be for now, especially because it doesn't seem to be in terribly contested area. It does happen to have a lot of wolves around it, but we'll continue to explore, and I think that that's just the most likely possibility if we do end up keeping Shattered as our mate. But oh dear. You know, being in the middle of an eagle, like, roosting area, also not really a winning point in a potential place to raise wolf pups. But I kind of like that these two seem to be feeling each other out and trying to figure out if they're meant to be through the establishment of whether or not they can find a den site to be able to revive their pack with. So, we're gonna have to find out. And we're gonna have to keep moving and keep exploring and covering the miles and miles and miles you could expect a wolf pack to adventure every day next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye!